Did you have a great weekend listening to Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights? If you're a Swiftie, you probably spent the entire weekend listening to it on repeat. I know so many people that did it. I know one real big Swiftie. She goes by the name of Nora. Yes, I'm talking about my wife. She has been listening to it since Friday, as soon as it came out. Well, she went to bed first on Friday night. She didn't stay up until midnight in order to listen to the album, but she got to talk with her friends all weekend long about the Midnights album because it was such a big, hyped album. Because, you know, Taylor Swift hasn't come out with a new album in, a year or so? I think Folklore was her last big release that she had, but this one was really highly anticipated. Everyone was looking forward to it just because it's new music from Taylor Swift, and any single time that Taylor Swift releases new albums, people go crazy about it. I don't go crazy about it. I like Taylor Swift, but I wouldn't consider myself to be a Swiftie, and Taylor Swift is just breaking all sorts of records with this album already. People buying it digitally, people going to the stores and actually buying the vinyl of it. There's 4 different vinyls that you could buy. Saw them at Target. We walked past the Taylor Swift section at Target. She had her own little setup. It had CDs, it had albums. There was 4 different ones, and it made up a clock if you went with the vinyl. Nora kind of did a little homemade clock because she knew that the vinyl was going to have the shape of a clock, and it was like $60 on Taylor Swift's website to actually order the clock with the 4 albums. Crazy amount of money. So Nora just looked up what the album art looked like and put them into a clock and made herself that little homemade clock. But Taylor Swift's album release was so big, it actually gave Spotify a little trouble. So if you were trying to listen to Spotify on Friday, you probably ran into some issues because so many Swifties were just doing their thing, listening to the album. As a Swiftie, it's your due diligence to listen to the whole album all weekend long until you pick up on every single lyric in every single song. Not only that, if you're a Swiftie, you know you have to be able to connect the dots with other songs, with hidden messages. Is this an Easter egg? What does this say about that person? Was that about Kanye? Was that about Kim Kardashian? Was that about Scooter Braun? There's all these different speculations. Taylor Swift does such a great job putting so many messages into her songs. Her greatest assets to her music is her fans. Because they could take the lyrics, interpret them one way, get everyone talking, and then the whole world is talking about it because it seems like Taylor Swift is throwing shade at just about everyone. I have to say, I gave it a listen. And I'll tell you why I gave it a listen. I needed to be able to talk about something with Nora this weekend, and I knew that the biggest, most important thing to Nora this weekend was Taylor Swift's Midnights album. I gave it one listen. There was a couple of songs that I liked. I don't even remember the name of the songs that I liked. But even Nora gave me a little heads up. She's like, I don't think you'll really like this album. She was like, there's a couple of songs that I think you'll like. And sure enough, I liked the ones that she thought that I would. I'm predictable. In every aspect of my life, I am super predictable. Whether it be music, clothes, what I eat, I'm predictable. Maybe one day I'll catch you off guard. But the odds of that happening, not very good. I'm one of those people about routine. Such a routine-based person. I can't believe how many Swifties bought this album. It's crazy. Keep looking at these numbers. Okay, according to initial reports, more than 800,000 copies in the U.S. sold its first day. 800,000 in one day. Yo. Whew, that's some good work. Good work by Taylor Swift. And supposedly, I saw somewhere on the internet that Taylor Swift, probably next month or in December, going to be announcing her big tour dates across stadiums in America. If you had the opportunity, are you going to see Taylor Swift? I know Nora is going to see Taylor Swift. If you have the extra money, you're going to see her. Tickets may be like $500 for some shitty seats in the upper deck, but she hasn't toured in a few years now. At that time, it's probably going to be more like 4 or 5 years will be the last time that she toured. Going to be going for a lot of money. Remember last week I was telling you that Blink-182 tickets, cheap seats for that, were going for $200. Wasn't really affordable. And if you have been following any sort of conversation about a recession hitting in 2023, then you're like, oh, maybe I won't be going to that concert because I won't have the extra $1,000 to buy a seat. There's so many things that I want to do next year that I'm like, I got to be careful. If they're saying it's going to be this bad, maybe I shouldn't buy a ticket. But I know a lot of people that would be like, who cares? It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I told Nora, if you want to go ahead and go. You've been looking forward to Taylor Swift touring again. Now you can't pass it up. I've spent money on stupid shit. For 2 hours, I don't know how long she would actually perform. For 2 hours of jamming out to your favorite artist. Okay, cool. If it's $500, $600, put it on the credit card. At least we'll get some good points on that one. Maybe put that towards a vacation or something. Or put that towards tickets to what I want to do. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, I gotta be cautious about exactly what I'm going to be doing with my money because, they keep saying the big R word is what they're saying. But Nora was really excited. I think full of anticipation on Thursday night of this album that she couldn't fall asleep on Friday. She was like, I tried to fall asleep. I took melatonin. I tried to do it all because I just wanted to make sure that I got a good night's sleep so then tomorrow I could just listen to the album. She's like, I did not want to stay up for it. But by the time she fell asleep, the album was already out for sure. So she was super tired, super exhausted all day Friday because she didn't get a lot of good sleep. I just told her, I was like, you were overexcited to be listening to a new album. That's what it was. And she kept denying it. But I know when you look forward to something for that long, you can trick yourself and tell you that it didn't keep you up at night, but it definitely did keep you up at night. So Saturday night, I think she was super exhausted because she didn't get a lot of sleep on Thursday night. Friday night, she didn't get that much sleep either. Saturday night, I get up into the room. I put my head on my pillow. Like, I'm going to fall asleep. I can't wait. And then all of a sudden, I hear Nora snore. It's just not that cute little snore sometimes that you hear from your partner. This was a full-blown, loud-ass snore that would keep you up in the room next to it. And Nora hasn't been feeling the best. Her allergies have really been getting after her this week. Because Wednesday, here in Louisville, it was like 40 degrees. And then all of a sudden on Friday, and this whole weekend that just went by, it was like 80. So we had like a 40-degree upswing in temperatures. And it probably did a number to a lot of people. I talked to some family back up in the Chicagoland area. They said that the weather was kind of the same for them. It was cool midweek, and then Thursday and Friday got to be really warm. So I was like, I know she hasn't slept well. Her allergies are really bothering her. I'm not going to nudge her and say, hey, you're snoring so loud. I wasn't going to do that to her. So what did I do? I went into the guest room to go sleep. I went into the guest room to go to sleep. If you've ever heard Nora talk about my snoring, you would be laughing right now. Because her now snoring is something that is called karma. She complained for years about my snoring. Now, I have to admit, my snoring, it's not the best. Okay, I had a sleep apnea machine. I used that for a while. I absolutely hated it. I think I slept worse with it because I would wake up in the middle of the night struggling to breathe with that thing. So I just like, I'm not using that anymore. And I think my snoring has gotten a little bit more under control. But there are some nights that I will snore. Some nights are really bad. For example, if I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff around the house, I'm go, and I eat like shit, I'm definitely going to snore. But Nora always yelled and complained about me snoring. And Nora never really snored until recently. And now it has started to keep me up at night every once in a while. So last night, I get in the guest room. I turn on the TV, put on the cock. I love watching the cock to fall asleep. By the way, I'm talking about Peacock. And the reason why I like watching Peacock is that's where the WWE network is at. The WWE network on Peacock. So I turn it on, find a good old premium live event to watch, and then I'm laying there. Like, oh man, I need to shut her door too. I thought my door was good, but I need to shut the door to her room that she's sleeping in, aka our bedroom. That's how bad it was. That's how intense it was. And I wasn't really going to talk about it. I was not going to talk about it on the podcast. Nora was like, oh, are you going to talk about me snoring on the podcast? I'm like, if you want me to. I could throw you under the bus about snoring. Sure, I'm going to take full advantage of that. Because like I told you, she would always yell at me for it. she would tell everyone how bad my snoring was. Matter of fact, when I was living in Little Rock and I was doing morning radio in Little Rock, my co-host got a Snapchat from Nora, and my co-host took that audio of me snoring, put it into the computer, and it was a topic of conversation on the show. Everyone was like, was that fake? Come on, there's no way your snoring was that loud. No, it is that loud. I don't know what to tell you. It's that loud. Like I said, now I feel like I got it under control. Now, let's see if Nora can get it under control. And I hope she can get a good night's sleep. I really do. I don't want her to be tired all the time. Allergies kicking her butt. But I tell you what, allergies are kicking my butt a lot too. I spent the day golfing. Yes, I actually want to go play golf on Sunday. It's like, you know what? I'm not really doing anything. I'm bored. I'm in the house bored. What should I do? I called around to a couple different golf courses. They're like, oh, we're busy right now. We could get you on, but it's going to be around like 4 o'clock. I'm like, really don't want to go at 4. And I found one golf course that's not too far from the house. And I called, and they're like, yeah, we could get you in. They're like, anytime after 2:50, we could get you out on. All right, cool. And I knew what the rates were, because when I called them, I was like, hey, how much is it to walk 9? They said $25. I said, excuse me, to walk 9? After 3 o'clock on a Sunday? $25? He's like, yeah, $25. All right, whatever. I haven't played golf in a very long time. I think the last time might have been June. Maybe even May. So I was like, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to enjoy my time while I'm out on the course. Whatever. So I get stuck behind this foursome, which I get it. I'm a walker, so everybody thinks, oh, I'm in a cart. I'm going to go faster than someone that's walking. No. I am a guy that likes to play golf very fast. I actually passed 3 groups while I was playing. 3. And I was a single walking. But it took me forever to be able to pass some of these people because they're like, oh, he's a walker. We're not going to let him pass. But I was getting so frustrated out on the course, and it wasn't because I was waiting. Look, I told you, I was enjoying my time out there. Even with my allergies flaring up, I'm like, I'm enjoying my time out on the course. I haven't been in so long. Don't let anyone get you down out here. Who cares how slow someone's playing? The one thing that really got me worked up was how bad the golf course was. I wasn't expecting the course to be in tip-top shape because it's fall. They're getting the course ready to be winterized. So, there's aeration. They're doing different things to the fairway, getting all of it set up. I understand that. But this course was in such bad shape that $25 to walk 9 after 3 o'clock was not justifiable. $15 max. That's how bad this course was. And I feel horrible saying this. It's a Louisville Park District course. All of their courses stink. But they're all like $40. If you play before 2 o'clock, you play 18 with a cart, it's like $40. Now, $40 isn't bad to play around golf. But when you're playing a Louisville Parks and Rec course, it is expensive because they're in that bad of shape. They don't have a lot of funding for it. Cities right now are struggling for that. I get it. So they have to pass that on to the person going to play golf. In this case, it was me. But that was the last time that I think I'll ever play a Louisville Parks and Rec course. Some people have told me, oh yeah, Cherokee's nice. No, I'm not trying another one. I tried a Louisville Parks and Rec course the first year that I was in Louisville. And there were a lot of reviews online that said that it was a pretty nice course. I was like, okay, I'll go there. $40 for a nice course, that's good. Ugh. No way. That was a cow pasture. So I'm done and I'm over with it. There's a course that I usually go and play over in Indiana. I called over there, and they said that they were pretty much booked. All that they had were tee times available on the 9-hole course. Even though I just wanted to play 9 holes, I didn't want to play par 3s because the last time that I went out, my irons were fine. I just needed to fine-tune my driver. So that's why I was like, nah, okay, I'm good. I don't need to go over there. But that course over there, they understand. Is the course great? No. But it's priced right. I don't mind paying for things if they're priced right. If something is super expensive, but it's worth it, 100% I'll pay for it. But if it sucks, I'll feel like I got cheated. That course, I could have went to go play that course over in Indiana. It would have been $25 for 18 holes with a cart. I'm going to look at the forecast here probably on Tuesday to see if the weather's going to be nice enough for me to play golf again. If it is, I'm going to book an early tee time and I'm going to play again. But I'm going to go over to Indiana. And I have some gift cards over there that Nora got me, I think for my birthday 2 years in a row she got me. Maybe Christmas and my birthday. So I still could get a couple of free rounds of golf. So that's what I might do. But it's the price point. I don't even know what it's going to be for me to walk because I enjoyed walking today. If you're a golfer, you know sometimes when you go out on the course by yourself, you have your cart, you just start playing too fast. When you walk, you slow yourself down a little bit and you get more comfortable, you get into a groove. Sometimes, like I said, when you're in a cart by yourself, you just see how fast you're playing and you're like zooming and you're not really worried about anything. But when you're walking, there's something about walking, playing golf. I believe that's the way to play golf. A lot of people are probably like, no, I will only ride in a cart. Listen, I played golf growing up. I always walked. High school, walked. When I would play in the summer, I would ride in a cart and stuff. But there would be tournaments that I played in college that were 36 holes in one day. Jesus Christ, that was a workout. And I told myself then, I was like, I'll never walk again. But now I find myself missing walking. And I'm like, you know what? Walking is a good exercise. I know I sound like an old man being like, yeah, I'm a walker. Who cares though? It's a great form of exercise, low impact, and you're already moving. Might as well just contribute a little bit more to your exercise for the day. But I tell you what, I don't carry the clubs on my back. I have a little push cart. Nora got me a push cart for, I think, my birthday / Christmas when we were living in Little Rock. It's awesome. I love that thing, and I want to get more use out of it. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th time that I used it. And some people will make fun of you for using a push cart. Listen, walking already is a chore for me. If I walked and carried my clubs at 31, geez, I don't think I would be able to walk the next day. That's why it was super important for me to get one of those push carts. It glides perfectly. There's some really fancy push carts out there now where you could put a remote control in your bag and it's more like a sensor. When you walk, it'll just follow right along you. If you stop, it stops. Slows itself down when it goes down hills. It's really impressive. Very expensive, but the technology behind it, awesome. It's next level stuff. Kind of like robots. Robots are taking over my house. We have Amazon Echoes throughout our house. We've had them for a long time. We've had them back when we were living in Little Rock, and slowly we've started to make it more of like a smart house, adding light bulbs, plugs, different things like that. But we invested in getting a really good robot vacuum in our house last weekend. I don't know if I talked to you about this, but we got a top-of-the-line Shark robot vacuum. Oh, my. If you don't have one, get one. Don't cheap out. Don't get like a cheap one on Amazon, especially if you have pets. It won't last long, or it won't work that good because it doesn't pick up hair. Either get an iRobot, the Roomba, or get a Shark one. Every single review that you'll read when it comes to cheap one with having dogs, cats, doesn't do well on the cheaper ones. Got to get yourself a good one, top of the line. Listen, it was expensive, but we had been saving money up for a different house project. We were going to make a little paved landing spot for our garbage cans. But then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of sweeping this house all the damn time because of Rory's hair being all over the place. I was like, we need to invest in a really good robot vacuum. It's done wonders. We run that thing in different rooms in the house every day. Gets all the hair up. It doesn't require us to sweep every other day. It's a self-cleaning one. So when it gets done running through the house, it'll go back to its docking station and it'll empty itself out. I don't know how often you're supposed to empty the spot that the Shark vacuum cleans itself out in. I don't know. It's like a little trap door on there. I don't know how often you're supposed to clean that out. But it's a game changer. I thought that was a lot more important than having a nice place to put our garbage cans. Rather have the house look like it's in tip-top shape. And it's been so nice having the house looking good. So nice. With this new work schedule that I have, and Nora has, I work from home on Mondays and Fridays. Nora works from home on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And the way that we're able to work out her schedule, for her to cook on those days that she works from home, for me to cook from the days that I work from home, and we pick up around the house a little bit more on those days as well. It has made the weekends a lot more enjoyable. It has given us so much free time. We even do our grocery shopping now on Thursdays, so we don't have to run around to Aldi, Costco, Sam's Club, all these different places on Saturday and feel like we ran a damn marathon. Now it's just all done on Thursdays, and we still get home at a decent hour. That's the best part about it, too. We're getting down this whole adulting thing. We're getting it all down. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and showing up for this week's Monday episode of The Luke Kelly Show. We'll be back on Wednesday with an all-new smut tale from Nora, and I'm getting back into something for the first time in like 6 years. About 6 years. I had to count on my fingers to see how long it's been. And I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this. And I'll tell you what that thing that I'm going to be doing again coming up on Wednesday's episode of The Luke Kelly Show.